The stream should be going, and I have no way of knowing if it's working. But could you please ask that question again?
Is there a reason that chum as friend and chum as shark bait are the same word?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I would doubt it. I'll bet the etymology's completely different. We just got lucky.
That's the most boring answer. I'll give you that much.
They just got lucky. Is that what you said?
They-
That's pretty good. Chum and chummy.
Yeah. You chum the waters, and also you have a chum. You have your chums. This feels egregious.
Etymology online says that Scottish chum means food, so that might be where the fish bait one comes from.
Okay.
And if it's nice Scottish, it's crap.
The Scots infamous for their shark fishing. No, it's science, Bill. We were on etymology.com. You don't understand science. That's what we just learned.
No, yeah, that's true. That is true. I need someone to tune into the stream to see if people can hear me on stream.
Good.
You can hear me on stream?
No, I mean, I'm not going to check for you.
Okay, good. Yeah, no. That tracks. Yeah. Wait, so chum means food. So why does it also mean friend? Do people eat their friends on a regular basis? I feel like this is the third time this week.
Not on a regular basis, but you know.
No, I don't know. I very distinctly do not know. Like, in the question section, we got to liquefying friends and eating them pretty quickly, which was something.
Oh yeah, were we liquefying because of the bacon?
Yeah.
Why were we liquefying friends?
I don't know if I have a good answer to that. But
Dr. Beef needs a link.
Dr. Beef needs a link to what?
It says link me, please.
To this Twitch, probably.
Probably to the Twitch.
It's literally at the top of. It's all over the place.
I don't see it.
The first channel says Twitch info. It's literally the first channel.
We can hear you in.
Never mind, you found it. The first Twitch info. Twitch info. There's a whole channel called Twitch info.
Winfo.
Whoa.
We had an interesting episode last week where the group decided to go together to investigate a wine cellar, which, despite the way it sounds, is actually not about acquiring more booze. Although, if you were going to lay odds on the spicy oranges traveling to a wine cellar, you'd get probably 20 to 1 that it was to get more booze. And to be fair, they're not done in the wine cellar yet. They could still get booze there. But it was actually to slay a monster. But
I'm definitely going to check.
Yeah. Before that, they went to see Ak Gung, the little goblin friend, who's actually head of the underworld in the area. And oh, did you guys do anything before that?
Not really.
We all had bad dreams.
We discussed those dreams a little bit in the morning.
Yeah, they were all
Even-
horrible.
Even Chuckles had a bad dream.
Yeah.
The whole gang, you might say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you did some discussing. I think Chuckles. Oh, Varys indicated that he was going to stay in the area until the zenith of the next full moon. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds dirty.
T-Man is
Why'd you say
commenting.
Why'd you say Zenith with stank on it?
You know exactly why, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's true.
These are all good points.
What did I miss? Kyle's typing to me in the.
Well, if it isn't Campbell Hardunkachud.
I always get utterly bewildered when you call me that. I don't know why you call me that.
I know why he calls you that.
You do or
Well,
you don't?
Here,
Oh, I do.
I'm in his house. He's right here. You can watch him walk out. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm late. I needed to solve my beverage situation for the evening since we're
there's
never going to take a break to go get beverages.
there was a bev emergency.
I wish you just said, "Solve my beverage."
Yep. Roll for beverage.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
gotta.
and you.
Hold on. If I
I rolled
made
a
the
nat
spicy
20.
oranges, yeah, if I made the spicy oranges roll for beverage, two things would never happen. One, you would never have any danger awesome points suspended because you would blow them all on beverage rolls. And two, we'd literally never get anything else done except for beverage rolling. So
Okay, first off, I have a plus 17 on beverage.
Yeah, I also have
I don't think I'd
advantage.
have to. Yeah,
I
I don't
have
think I'd have to
advantage here.
re-roll much.
Well, what are we all drinking tonight? Let's grind the stream to a halt and talk about what we're drinking.
Oh
I
man,
don't know. I don't know if Twitch allows you to do that. I think
So-
Twitch doesn't like it when you just focus on drinking.
Oh,
I thought we were just grinding the stream to the halt.
Well, that's par for the course. That's correct. Listen,
Okay.
Duncan, I was doing the recap for you.
oh, well, don't let me stop you.
Yes,
You,
that-
you discussed your bad dreams, although not really at length. So I don't know if anybody got any useful information from any of the bad dreams to compare each other to. But far be it for me to comment on that. And then you decided to go into town to talk to Ok Gung, who had a job for you that he mentioned previously, which is that he wanted you to go into a wine cellar and slay a monster. And you went in there without. You went in with some good planning. I like that there was planning ahead of time. I admired that. But there really wasn't any caution when walking into the room. And so the trap worked perfectly. And you were separated and attacked by. Does anybody remember what it was called? An Alkilith, I believe is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Moss monster.
It's sort of a moss monster, yeah.
You know, he said we only had to slay one monster, and we slayed thousands, or at least hundreds. So, all I have to say, Mr. Gung, prepare for our invoice.
That.
I also believe. Wait, hold on. I'm not sure, Zerwin, if you're tuning into the stream chat, but T-Man has complimented your hairdo this evening. I agree.
Thank you, T-Man.
I think it looks good. It's got. If you could be here in person, you'd see that Zerwin got a little sun today on his body.
Beautiful day today.
There's a little.
Fantastic day.
There's a little color.
On his body?
On his
Oh yeah,
face.
I actually do have some on my
Wow.
look. I got a nice little.
Yeah, baby.
I got a lot of color, didn't I? Look at that, huh?
Woo.
Oh.
That was for the ladies.
Fine. It's fine. I didn't enjoy it.
We're in a target audience, Dirk.
No, I'm never a target audience. I'm just a shrapnel audience.
Yeah,
I'm just a collateral damage audience.
yeah. High explosive audience.
Oh.
So you fought a giant moss monster that had big red eyes. It slapped you guys around a little bit, and then you were also attacked by giant demonic locusts.
Yeah, but really only Gelidus was attacked by the locusts.
That's
They
true.
pretty much left the rest of us alone.
Yeah, he
fair.
did. Listen, MVP Gelidus, he really handled that whole situation.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when you were done slaying both the monsters, I also forgot to implement some of my combat rules, which I will not forget to do in the future.
Oh no, which rules did you forget to implement?
That everything does double damage, including you. That's what I
Speed
decided.
combat up.
Yeah, I'm going to speed
Oh man,
combat way up. It's going to go from 0 to 60 real quick.
You
that
better hope I don't roll initiative well, guys, because you're just going to be standing there.
that acid attack would have literally melted me down to my bones.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yep.
Anyway, when you were done slaying the monster, the moss monster, and what
The
did I call
locusts.
them? Yeah, but they were like, can't remember if they were like infernal locusts or like
I think you called them demonic locusts, but I don't
yeah,
know.
whatever they were clearly affected by some sort of infernal power. And when you were done with that, that's pretty funny, T-Man. Thanks for sharing. T-Man was talking to his mother, who said to say hi. So,
Hi, Mom.
yeah, it's pretty good. I like that. So when you were done, you searched the room and you found well, do you remember what you found? Who remembers what you found? Anyone?
Well, we moved the bowl off of the pedestal, and we found a bunch of locust eggs, which I believe I can't remember how we destroyed them, but I'm pretty sure we destroyed them.
We resolved to destroy them. I don't know if we've done it yet.
I thought we had our cleric pour holy water on them.
I don't know. You guys should really watch the stream. I don't.
Yeah.
And then there was also a box that we thought the heat was emanating from the bowl, but it was not. The heat was emanating from the box. I really did an amazing magic trick and pulled the tablecloth off of the box without moving the bowl. Yes. And then we checked the box for traps. I think the first time we've checked for traps ever. Well done, Elsa.
We did
And
it that
then-
one time.
Or sorry, well done, Jenna. And then
Twice.
Dirk just desperately wanted to break that box and did a great job of doing that. And there was a gate to hell. Hello.
Which, like, let's be honest, not our first gate to hell.
I think it's old hat at this point.
No,
And
I'm not
I
saying
was-
it's old hat. I'm just saying this hat fits well.
I was also actively getting drunk when we found that.
In game or
Yeah, you got to clarify if you mean
Both. Yes.
Zerwin or Zake.
Yes, both.
We're gonna have a good time tonight, fellas.
Yeah.
Bill's not.
So let's pick back up in the moment when the group has discovered.
Sorry,
What the fuck was that?
I sneezed. That was a
not
sneeze, man.
That was not a sneeze.
I don't know what it sounded like through the microphone, but it was a sneeze.
That sounded like that was a fraudulent sneeze. All right, let's pick back up with the group discovering an actual portal to hell through which they can see pit fiends torturing lesser demons across a plain. Just to give you a little more description here, the portal into hell gazes like across one of the layers of hell, and in the distance is a great ruinous city full of stone outcroppings, and
Cleveland?
it's not Cleveland. It could be Cleveland, and lava and fractured earth with spiked stones. The air is black and sooty and gaseous. Um,
Sounds like
the
Cleveland.
picture goes black when I do that. Shrieking devils. Yeah, there's a heat pouring off this, and also a sort of noxious choking fume, so that if you get too close to the portal, you actually cough and hack a little bit. It's also, if you remember correctly, I noted that this was it looks like a doorway, but the actual portal itself is small, so that someone of Dirk or Owen's size would have to get on their hands and knees to crawl through.
And you said we can see that there are devils that are torturing demons
No,
across the.
they're devils torturing other devils.
Oh, okay. Isn't that like some kind of cannibalism or something?
No, devils
all right.
torture other devils all the time. Especially pit fiends who like make a living off of tormenting other devils. And that's where
Dirk,
we left you.
I don't think we even need to use your portal sense to see whether or not there might be a portal
William?
within a mile of here.
Zachary.
There's a one.
You think there might be another one?
William?
Zachary.
Where there's sulfurous choke smoke.
There's fire.
Could you just never mind. Good.
Do you guys think that we should just try to close this, or because I mean, we had a little bit of trouble with that moss. I don't really want to go fight a legion of pit fiends and other smaller, lesser devils.
What if we just lowered Ezra down on a rope?
Why?
Recon?
I mean, we can see it all from here.
Well, not all of it. There could be angles that we don't see. Look, if you don't want to do it, if you're scared, I get it. It's scary.
You want to see more of the fire and brimstone?
No, I want you to.
Yeah.
I grab a bottle of wine from behind me. I assume there's wine around here.
Remember, it's all the way on the outside wall is all the wine.
So while these guys are talking, I go out and grab a bottle and walk back up and just throw it right into the portal.
Shit! What are you? God damn it!
Yeah, we don't really want to draw attention, Zerwin.
That was not a good vintage.
I believe you, but we don't want them to notice us.
The bottle, which is when you first pull it out, dark and dusty and covered in cobwebs, passes through the portal as if there is nothing there at all, flies out into the sort of plane that's in front of you, and then hits the rocky dirt and skitters across the plane, like desert rock plane in front of you, and then eventually comes to a stop 50 or 60 yards away as it slowly rolls into the side of some sort of dead plant matter.
Does anything notice the bottle?
Not that you can see.
Nothing noticeably notices it.
Nothing noticeably notices.
Okay. Well, Zerwin, now you gotta go get it. All right. Well, how do we close this thing? Because this is bad, and we should not go in there.
Probably a
Did
sufficiently
you
strong
just tell
dispel
2
magic.
of your party mates to go in there?
No, just one.
Hey guys, what if we don't close it?
If we
Why
don't
would-
close, you want to just leave it open? You want to just leave the asshole of Hades open in a wine cellar?
Well, I really wish we hadn't destroyed the box it came in, because I want to know who's coming through it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we actually destroy the box?
Yeah.
One time you destroy a hell box, everybody's all in arms.
Well, to be fair, you didn't know it was a hell box. I'm not mad at you.
I didn't. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I get sensitive.
All right, team. I'm gonna try to commune with the ley lines and see if maybe this is the source of the corruption. This
Should I
portal.
cast Speak with Plants on the moss that's in there?
No, we killed the moss. And there's it looks like the plants that are in whatever hell that is are also dead. So let's save that.
Can I roll? Can I roll perception on the wine in the room and try to determine if there is anything that is like super rare and expensive that we could sell?
Is this Ak Gung's wine cellar?
Yeah.
Nope. Not right now. It's not. It's ours.
Nope. We have claimed it.
All right. When we listen,
I
when we
start
had our
fashioning
claim,
a flag.
when we yeah, just like that. When we had our little brainstorming and planning session last week, I do believe that I said we were going to try to not damage, the merchandise. It's part of delivering a quality service and getting quality earnings.
Wait, are
I would
you
love.
concerned with customer care for Ok Gung?
Well, we need to make sure that we get a good version of whatever map it is that Skip wants.
We will. I'm
And
saying, is there? I don't think Gung knows what's in here, based on how dusty shit is.
Mm-mm.
So I want to look for something that will benefit us. He may not know is even in here. We can still. I'm not. I don't want to break it. I want to fucking find it.
You can
So
absolutely roll, Zerwin. The issue is that you are not from here, and really knowing good wines is about knowing good wine regions and good wine like reputations and good wine producers. So
So you
you're
just
at
start tasting all the wine.
yeah. The
I'll do
problem
that.
is like I'm gonna let you roll at disadvantage, and you're gonna have to roll really well. But yeah,
All
you
right,
can
then.
roll.
I mean, I rolled an 11 on my first one. That's not going to do it. So it's fine. I was just curious.
yeah, but you need to roll again to make sure that you don't roll a critical failure.
Oh yeah, good point.
Wine bottles looks like it has people
Sorry,
screwing on it.
I rolled a 7. If you had brought that into existence, if you had just manifested that, Duncan, I was not going to be happy with you. Yeah. So it's 7. So I assume I look around and just see a bunch of old, shitty, dusty bottles of wine.
Yeah, you know the ones that are marked in ways that you are not familiar with. There's not a lot to go on here. You're not sure. And to be fair, dwarves aren't the biggest wine snobs in the world.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
yeah.
Um,
I want to describe the archway a little bit that this thing is on. It is identical to the archway you came in on, except this one looks like it was like it looks like it was constructed to shore up or replace the archway that you walked through or the one before it. So it looks like if you knocked the stone off, you could replace it with these stone pieces bit by bit. Like Zerwin can look at it and be like, "Oh, qualified stonemason would know how to take apart the arch that's there piece by piece and replace it with this arch."
the arch that's supporting the portal.
So the portal that the arch is on right now is not. Sorry, yeah, no, the portal that is on the arch that you're looking at right now is actually just a series of stones that are held together by a wood scaffolding that look identical to the one you walked through when you walked in this room.
Okay. Does it look like there's any kind of like engraving or runes or drawing that has been done on the stonework to
There
make the portal?
is, in fact, language on this. It is clearly infernal.
Okay. Is the book whispering to me?
That actually might have just been my heavy breathing in your ear.
Yep.
You haven't noticed the book do anything yet, actually.
I assume the necklace is glowing.
The necklace, well,
It
you
would
can't see
probably
the
depend on
necklace.
wouldn't it also depend on how close something was on the other side of the portal? The actual portal wouldn't make it glow, would it?
That's worth discovering.
Yeah, sorry, I'm metagame, like talking out of game.
Is my necklace glowing?
It is.
Hey guys, this thing's glowing.
Bill, I want to go back to what I had said about trying to feel out the ley lines and see if there's an impact that this portal is having on the flow of magic in this general area.
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll for it.
And you've been having me do performance for that? Is that what you want me to do?
Yes. Yeah, that works.
It's a 9. I am going to, because of how low that is, I'm going to use a sorcery point to re-roll it. It's a 9. Again.
Mhm.
So 9, final answer.
Yeah,
Let's
you.
show me the board.
Ezra sits down and does his thing where he takes a few moments and closes his eyes and goes quiet and still, and you think you might hear him mumble something very softly to himself. It might be something like, "Oh, I love you, butterflies." You're not sure, but anyway, you're not sure, Ezra. Nothing seems to happen.
Cool. All right. Let's shut this down. Everyone in agreement?
Yeah, how do we do that?
I'll take a look at the inscription around the outside of the portal. Does it look like might be a way to cancel it out just by removing some of the glyphs?
Wait, why do we want to close this thing? We don't know.
Because
Somebody, we think somebody from the Hells even could be like, this is here for a reason. If somebody that's we're investigating is the reason that this is open, shouldn't we try to find out?
Okay, hold on. Hypothetically, if we leave this thing, if we close it and nothing else enters, then we win. If we leave it open and then walk away, then we just walked away from a portal to hell. You're going to babysit the hell portal? Are we going to fight things as they come out?
I think Gung is going to care about it there, and we may be able to convince him to watch it.
You're going to trust Ok Gung to beat the armies of hell as they
No.
wander out of Hades?
The door isn't big enough for the armies of hell to come through.
You don't know. They might be very disciplined, single file, come through fast. You don't know. You want to leave?
There are
This?
infernal words around the edge of it, if you would like to try to translate it.
yeah, I'd like to try to work on that.
Okay. Doesn't Dirk speak infernal?
I do.
I'd have Dirk do it then because I would have to use my translating materials and it would take time.
Would you like to take a look at this, Dirk?
Sorry, I speak Abyssal. Is that the same?
It is not.
What other languages do you speak?
Deep speech.
I don't really know what that
Okay,
is.
hold on.
How do I
Yeah.
tell what I can speak?
You
There's a
should have your
little,
languages on your character sheet.
yeah, no, Dirk speaks Abyssal, Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, and Telepathy 60 feet.
Yeah.
Under tools on the
You,
lower
however,
left-hand side.
you do know that Ezra can, if he so chooses, take a gander at his book which has often translated things before.
Yeah, but I'm really horrified about opening that thing this close to its home.
Can I roll investigation to look around the rest of the room? I want to see if there's any traces of anyone besides
Yes,
anyone
you can.
besides us and the moss and the demon locusts.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh.
I agree.
Okay, 11.
Yeah, you're not sure. Could be. I'm really satisfied with the rolls this evening. They're tickling all my funny bones.
All right, I pulled the book out. Throw her open. Hey, how's it going, little one?
Yeah. The rolls. There's all sorts of strange whispering coming from it. The book seems heavier right now in your hands as you pull it out of its backpack. It's always been heavy, it's always been large, but now it seems to have an extra weight to it, almost pulling you down to the ground as it flips open, the cover first, and then the pages, the hundreds of pages as they fly by, making that noise. And it sounds especially dry tonight. And also, every page seems to unlock some sort of faraway scream or whispered like lament or some sort of buzzing, torturous sound. It is more terrible now than it ever has been, and it's always been terrible.
Yeah, but we try to make light of it because what are you gonna do? It's a demonic or fiendish book sucking the life out of me. There's nothing to do but laugh, really.
So, page opens to a chapter on the language of the infernal. And if you give me a raw intelligence roll, I will let you start translating this.
I'm gonna re-roll it using another sorcery point because I got a grand total of a 4. Not much that's worse than that. How's a 21?
Someone could give him the help action. Just want to throw that out there. If you
I'm
have
gonna do that.
friends in the area.
All right, well, I got a 21
This
with the help
guy.
action.
Okay. With Dirk leaning over your shoulder, chipping in some abyssal, um, you know, suggestions here and there, like, oh, that word sounds like this abyssal word, which means,
Abyssal is demonic, essentially, right?
yeah,
So they're probably related a little bit.
yeah, they're different, but they have some things in common.
They
Anyway,
have a
between the two
blood
of you,
feud.
they do have an actual blood feud. Yeah, I'm gonna post this in the dream chat. What it says. Let's see if this goes through. Takes you about 20 minutes to 30 minutes to translate this. And lo, the queen was birthed through the blood of the queen, and the prince, and the pauper. Her rise will bring forth the age of agony, the war as mother, the dead as father and son, the tortured as powerful, the bodies as sustenance. Here she will call forth the first of her servants, the smallest, the weakest, the most ravenous.
So there's some talk on this about a queen being birthed through the blood of a prince and a pauper. The smallest and weakest being summoned here. Stuff like that. Uh, it's in a text channel of sorts. The blood of the queen and the prince and the pauper. Guys, what's a
Wait,
pauper?
where is this?
Like
How
a
do I see this?
jalapeno.
But with like right?
Yeah.
Her rise will bring forth the age of agony, the war's mother, the dead his father, and his son. This is starting to feel not the fun kind of sexual for sure. The tortured is the powerful, bodies his sustenance. Here she will call forth the first of her servants, the smallest, the weakest, the most ravenous. Do you guys think that here's this portal? That would make sense, right? Here is here, and there's a portal here. Zer, when you asked where you're seeing it, it's written in these words in infernal or fiendish or what have you around the outside of the portal. And I here Dirk and I just translated all this. Here's what it means. Here's what it says. I don't know what it means. Here's what it says. If only we had a poet with us, some kind of bard, who could tell us like what it means.
Should get a bard.
Yeah. I mean, we could what board up the portal and then go tell Mr. Gunn that he's got a hell portal now. He's probably going to be excited about the hell portal, and I don't love the idea of him being excited, frankly.
I don't get the sense that Gung wants harm to come to the city. I think he cares.
In his
But
own way.
well, I think he wants to make money, but how's he going to make money if the city goes kablooey?
It goes literally to hell.
Hey,
We can try to destroy it. You want me to hit it with my axe? I don't give a shit.
I mean, we could just try to dispel it.
yeah, we could try to do that.
All right. I don't know if this would
Jana,
work.
what?
Sorry,
Jana has something.
can I use danger awesome points to re-roll that investigation? I know it was a while ago.
You can also just wait a few more minutes and roll again.
Okay, well, I mean, it took them 20 minutes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so 30 minutes. So, yeah.
Can I ask a question? Does the portal bump right up against the stone? Like, is it inside this arch? Is there a gap between the portal and the arch?
So, I want you to envision wooden scaffolding built in such a way as to hold up a series of stones that would fit in the archway identical to the archway you just passed through. Those stones are covered in a weird moss, and when you look at those stones, instead of seeing the blackness behind them in this room, you see a layer of hell. Except those stones would fit the entire archway, and this portal only takes the top like third of it.
What if we just broke the stones and threw them into the portal?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Can I investigate the stone? Hold on. Let me.
If only we had a dwarf with us.
That's what I'm trying to figure out what I want to investigate though. I think I could easily tear this down, but I need to know what I'm looking for. You guys just want me to see if I can find a weakness in the arch to tear it down?
Yeah, dog.
Go ahead,
All
Jim.
right. So what do you want? What do you want me to roll for that, Bill? Sorry, go ahead, Gianna. We can do this at the
Sorry,
same
can
time.
somebody help me do investigation?
Yeah, while Zerwin's inspecting that, now that we've finished the
Great.
translating, I'll help you look around.
Okay, so that was a 20.
What specifically are you looking for
Ooh.
again?
So
Other sign, you go ahead.
rolling with advantage means I roll twice, right?
Yeah,
We take the good
you
one?
take the higher.
Okay, so one of those rolls was a 20.
Right.
Or 20 total.
We got to tell them what we're looking for though, or what you're looking for.
I'm looking for signs that anyone has been in this room besides us and the locusts and the demon moss. I want to see if anyone has come in or out of that portal specifically. And left any.
In or out of the room is different than in or out of the portal. So in or out of the room, the answer is yes, many. There are bones pretty much everywhere around here. In or out
Okay.
of the portal would have been tricky to do because it was covered in this box. So they would have had to remove the side of the box, come out, and then put the box side back on.
But
So
like,
possible, but unlikely.
okay.
Zerwin, you're looking to do an investigation roll on this stone.
Yeah, it's my stone cunning is just when I make history checks on stonework, which probably doesn't really relate to this because this isn't historical stonework. This is more right.
Yeah, but I mean, you could still make a roll on it.
All right. So I guess it would be. Oh, is it an intelligence check?
No, you could just make an investigation roll.
Yeah, that's it. That's intelligence.
Well, you might have points in investigation also. I mean,
Yeah,
unless
I
there's some
don't.
other way. Unless there's some other way you want to look at this thing, like.
I can't really perceive anything. I'll just roll investigation. I rolled a 13.
Yeah, I mean, there's obvious points where the scaffolding attaches to sections that are stronger or weaker.
Well, I mean, if it's an arch, there's got to be a capstone, right?
The capstone, yeah, yes.
But is there
Or
stone?
or
Is there stone above the capstone?
no.
No. Okay.
The capstone is sort of the ornately carved piece across the top.
Oh, all right. So, which means it's likely not going to move if I just hit it with something.
Well, again, this is all held together by wooden scaffolding right now. It's meant to be taken out off of the scaffolding and then placed in the archway that exists already by taking that archway out.
I cannot follow what that fucking means.
I think
Okay.
if we just
Mhm.
disassemble the scaffolding, it would fall apart.
So, okay. If you have a stone archway, right, that's freestanding, each stone is resting on the previous stone, right? And those stones, and that's why you have the capstone with the sides lean in, et cetera, et cetera. So, however, if you were to say, I want to replace this stone archway with a new stone archway, and you had a skilled stonemason who hasn't installed it yet, but just sent you the stones, they're not going to stack up on their own. You're going to have to put like a wooden scaffolding to hold them all together. And then you're going to have to take the wood, like, you're going to have to take apart the archway that exists. You're going to build scaffolding in the tunnel, take apart the archway, put the new stone in, knock the scaffolding out, and now you have a new stone archway. It's like coal mines, right? You dig too deep, you put those wooden trellises and things inside to literally hold up the ceiling.
So there's wooden scaffolding holding up the archway.
Yes.
Okay, so are we sure we want to destroy this? You
I
guys
think
give me the nod. I've got a big ass axe.
I mean, I
I
vote
think
yes. I don't feel like we should leave this thing open and wander away from it unless we're going to hang out here for the next until
yeah,
apocalypse.
yeah, until we can get. I mean,
Is
Yeah,
there any magic that you can like see who cast?
we also
This-
know like the third most powerful person in the region. Like I'm sure we could get somebody trustworthy to sit and watch this thing for us.
I mean, we
What do,
probably kind of know the first most powerful person in the region,
what
and
do
the
you what do you
second
what
or
do you
third.
want? What do you want to watch it for?
Somebody's going to come back to this thing. It's literally covered from the outside. So
What?
there's literally a box over it, which means somebody is going to come and uncover this thing.
So
There is
close
not a
the
box
thing and
over it.
There
watch
used
the
to be.
door into the wine cellar.
Fine. So
Great.
okay, I see what you're saying. So you want to destroy it so the person doesn't whenever they come back, they're not going to be here anyway. All right.
Yeah,
Sure, let's
just put somebody in the room. If somebody's
No,
coming back, destroy the
listen.
portal.
Let's destroy it. What could go wrong destroying a fucking magic portal in a small enclosed space?
Well, look, I'm
So,
leaving when it happens, but yeah.
I'm
in
willing to
terms
do it.
of reasons to keep it, the reasons that I can think of are just to show other people that it's real, so that they can see how serious this all is. I'm thinking about Skip to a lesser degree, but primarily the Emperor. Uh, he said some really dumb things in terms of using an analogy to kind of shrug off what's going on here. And if he saw that there's a literal hell portal in a wine cellar under the city, maybe he'd take what we're saying a little bit more seriously. We could also, especially because his son's missing now. He's going to be kind of on a trigger finger, and if we can kind of focus fire of his rage
So
and
you want to leave the portal to hell open for longer? We've already left it open way too long.
I'm
So that
brainstorming.
maybe I think we should stop brainstorming and close the portal to hell.
No judgment
Well,
during
what if
brainstorming.
what if his nephew got taken through that portal? Then we're just damning. I don't think Skip's gonna be happy with us if we damn his nephew. I mean, we can send.
Do you want to go in there?
Well, the one of the
Are you asking
problems
the
here,
barbarian if he wants to jump into a portal to hell? He's not like immediately saying no. But my whole thing is we can. Who's the fastest of us? Jana can run and get Skip.
You think Skip? Okay.
Don't know where Skip is.
We could find him.
I mean,
we could we
do
can
that,
destroy it
but-
and then listen. Let's destroy it and hope that Skip's nephew's not in there.
his nephew was taken to the nightmare, almost certainly, just like uh, a Zatterall, uh,
Avinius.
and likely Avinius. But I've been calling her Zatterall, and then Bill threw the curveball of saying that there's actually an A at the beginning of her name, so it's a Zatterall. Uh, yeah, okay, we're going
Give me
right
the
there.
nod. Give me the nod. I'll fucking take a swing.
Here's
Okay.
there it is.
All right. I'm gonna two-hand this
Right.
thing. I'm gonna.
It's an
Oh, what's
inanimate
that? Oh,
object. It cannot
Everyone
touch.
stand back.
Okay. Zerwin heaves his mighty axe. The portal, as he cleaves through the wooden timbers holding the portal together, it all crumbles, and the stone falls in on itself, and the stone doesn't actually break. The pieces don't actually break, but as it crumbles, the portal itself seems to flicker and then disappear, and it becomes just stone and wood splinters. But there is a moment when you have a vision, and that vision is of Tiberius. For a split second, his image appears in the air around you, and he turns and looks directly at you and calls out, "Skip! Skip, is that you? Skip, come find me. It's so cold here, Skip. It's so cold and so dark. Skip? Skip?"
Kyle, you gotta mute when you walk away, man.
Oh, all right.
It's just all I'm getting is like loud spoon scraping bowl sounds beamed right into my brain. uh, okay. But it's not cold and dark in hell. It's hot and bright there. So clearly we made the right choice. Let's get out of here. Let's go tell Mr. Gunn we solved his wine cellar.
You walk back towards Ock's office. On the way, you meet up with some of his agents, and you remember the group of soldiers that you met who were taking bets on which parts of you would emerge. They are shocked into a stunned silence at your reappearance, mostly whole and unbroken. As you as you make it back to Ox meeting chambers where he meets people, he's waiting this time back up on his throne, and he seems to be reading, like, people are bringing him maps, and he seems to be reading them one by one. He looks up when you come in. Hi, friends. Success then, yes?
Yep. Yeah, we took care of your wine cellar problem.
And what was in there?
Well, there was a moss monster of sorts. It was this kind of like luminous moss that was on the stone archway, and so it kind of surprised us when we came through because it wasn't just luminous moss. It was a monster with like a bunch of eyes and tentacles and acid, and then there were also dozens to hundreds of huge red demonic locusts. We killed all of those things while also keeping the wine cellar itself intact. There was kind of like a dais there in the middle with this little like wash basin. Underneath that, there were hundreds of locust eggs. We squashed those.
Dude,
And then, go on.
did you squash the eggs?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay,
I thought we decided that last time, at the very end last time.
very good.
Yeah.
And then there was like this box, this like wooden box, and which was like warm to the touch. And when we opened it, there was like this scaffolding with a stone archway that was clearly meant to replace the stone archway. Yes, Dirk?
Muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
I telepathically say to Ezra, do we want to actually tell this weird dude about the portal to hell?
I don't. Am I allowed to think back to him telepathically? I don't know.
You can use facial expressions. I'm very intuitive.
Uh, yeah. This is feels like one of the situations where the more people who know the truth, the better. In my mind. And so Ezra continues. Um, so the wooden scaffolding was fine. The new stone masonry was fine. The part that wasn't fine is there was a hell portal uh within the kind of archway. And so we destroyed the arch to destroy the hell portal. A portal to hell.
Portal to hell.
Yeah, like where devils live.
How did you know it was a portal to hell? Did you go through?
No, we could see pit fiends torturing other devils kind of across this broken, sandy, rocky, fiery landscape.
Everyone can make a perception check.
We fought some pit fiends before. We've seen through portals. 16.
15.
15.
13.
Everyone except Dirk notices that Ak is having a reaction that, like, his left pinky finger is trembling slightly, and his sort of overpronounced toothy grin has shrunken just a bit at the sides, and his eyes are, if possible, even wider than normal.
Yeah, so we destroyed that. So the hell portal is closed. Sorry that the new archway also had to be destroyed as a part of that process. But all the wine is still there. Uh, and we didn't clean up the moss or the masonry or the bones of all of your ilk. Um, so that's all there. But otherwise everything's in good standing order in there. Uh, good to go. You don't seem too excited about the hell portal.
Why would I be excited about a portal to fucking hell in my backyard? Would you?
No. We think of this as being a kind of backyard for us. As a matter of fact, the Emperor kind of called it a backyard at one point. So it's interesting that you're calling it a backyard. Um,
I live
no,
here.
yeah,
This is my actual home.
I agree with you. I'm just laying out that I can see that your affect has changed a little. We want to make sure that the Hells are in no way involved in your city. We again, as I said when we first came to you days ago, we're here to help. Feel free to use us to help. We are the cudgel by which you might smash the fiendish presence within this city.
I telepathically say to Ezra, I don't want to do anything cudgeling with him for him.
Your payment, as agreed upon, he takes a stack of maps that he's been looking at and he tosses them. Like he rolls them up into a thing and shoves them in a tube and tosses the tube at you. And
Thanks.
if you can get to the bottom of all this, I'll give you a planar beacon. Do you know what that is?
Um, it sounds familiar, but will you refresh our memory?
Planar beacon is a magical item which, once a day, will open a portal to any plane that you choose.
You would give us that to keep?
No, I would give you that as payment. I want this solved forever.
That sounds exquisite. Yeah, we're gonna work on this and we'll come back to you if we have any big breakthroughs.
Wait, there's something else I want. Those maps I just gave you, they're going to lead you down a path that is going to take you away from here. Before then, I have a proposition for you. I want to meet Varys, and I want to speak with Varys. I believe you know how to make that happen. In exchange, I will help you get Queen Nizadarel's body out of the city, so that Varys can take it back with him.
Okay. I know discretion is important here. Why do you want to talk with Varys?
My reasons for talking with Varys are my own, but I know
Yeah.
Varys wants the body, and to be frank, I don't think Varys would speak to me unless I had something to offer him.
We'll let him know. He'll make the choices that he'll make, but we will let him know that you're hoping to talk to him.
If you want to get that body out, it has to be done tonight.
Okay. At this point, it's probably early afternoon, Bill.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Do any of the rest of us have any fights today?
It's funny you should mention that because normally no, but you haven't checked.
Okay. We should go to the Hippodrome, see if maybe we can find Skip while we're there. And then we should go do this other thing for our friend under the city, Wink.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything they want to do while we're down here?
Nope, I want to leave.
Could we ask Ak? Um, if he could let us know if somebody odd heads for that wine cellar.
Yeah, that's good. You should say that to. Yeah, I'll say. Uh, Mr. Gunn, we're concerned about who might have been involved with that portal. Is it possible that you could keep an eye out to see if anybody weird heads toward that wine cellar to maybe make use of a hell portal that's not there anymore?
I've been watching that portal day and night for weeks,
Well, the
months.
wine cellar. You didn't know it was a portal.
The wine cellar. No one goes. No one comes out. And anyone that I sent in came out as bones.
Okay, thanks.
I'm not going to stop watching it now.
Very good. Just wanted to make sure that that was in the air per se. Okay.
I am going to have someone go check on your work, though. Not because I don't love you.
Although you don't.
Please don't.
All right, we ascend to the hippodrome.
Okay.
Did I miss a fight?
It's still there, the hippodrome. No. But they've scheduled you, Jana, for first thing in the morning. Super
Tomorrow
early.
morning. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get too drunk tonight. Got to take it
Speak,
easy.
speak for yourself.
You never heard before.
Skip here?
Yeah, let's look around for Mr. Skippy Eye, Skippius, Skippadoo, Skibbity, Skip.
No, he's not. He's not in his like booth where he normally watches things. But when you go up to his booth where you guys also normally watch things, there was a message for you there from him. Says that he has gone to speak with Alvinius, who has retired to his house.
All right, can we go? Can we get to Albanius's house?
Sure. You want to point out that time is ticking, and you were offered a time-sensitive job. But yes, you can. I'm not going to bend time for you. So, yeah, you go to
Yeah,
Alvinius's.
I do want to be conscious of the time. If it looks like we're getting, do you guys think we should do Varys first? Yeah,
I do. I don't know. I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah, okay. Can you refresh my memory, Bill? Did he give us something that we could use to more directly communicate with him? Or
Yeah, his servant can communicate with.
yeah, but where did we leave the servant? At Chuckles's?
I don't know. Where'd you leave the servant?
Let's say
sure.
at Chuckles's. That feels like the safest place. No? Anybody else wanna?
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
Yeah.
We're
I can.
gonna walk out to Chuckles's, try to find Varys. Or the servant.
Okay.
It's good that we put them both in the same place. That way, if we need to find one, we're gonna find the other.
So Chuckles
Especially when it's time sensitive.
Remember that Chuckles went into town today. He doesn't normally go into town, but today he did. So he's not actually home. The servant is there at Chuckles' house.
Hopefully alive and in good spirits.
Yes, actually sitting on the porch, sort of gazing out at the stream that trickles or runs nearby.
Is Varys? Good day. Have you seen Varys? Is he still in the guest house?
Varys was never in the guest house. You were in the guest house. Varys was in the woods. Yes,
That was a test. You passed.
he
Good job.
was just up over there not long ago.
We're hoping to talk to him. We have a lead on possibly getting Queen Azadriel's body out of the city.
Oh, do you want me to send him a message, or do you want to go look for him?
If you could send him a message, that would likely be faster.
Oh, sure, yeah. He pulls out a piece of birch bark that's sort of rolled into a scroll, and he takes out a brush and dips it in water, and he writes some strange symbols on the birch bark, and then he waits till it dries out and disappears, and he rolls it back out and puts it in a pocket.
Thanks. Do appreciate it. I know it's not ideal that you have to be stuck here.
No, it's okay. A few
You,
minutes
you
later,
seem preoccupied, but we don't have to talk about it.
preoccupied. I'm literally doing nothing.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
It is a little bit.
Good. All right. A few minutes later, you said.
A few minutes later, Varys shows up. He comes
Varys!
strolling. He doesn't stroll. Comes striding out of the woods. Friend Ezra, I have heard you have a message for me.
I do. So, have you heard of Ok Gung?
No.
He is the leader of the Thieves Guild here in this city. He lives under the city, in what could affectionate be called the system of sewers underneath. He asked to speak with you, and he said that he can help get your grandmother's body out of the city tonight. So it is time sensitive. The choice is entirely up to you. It seems unlikely that we would be able to get the queen's body out of the city if we didn't take this opportunity. But the choice is yours. We don't know what he wants to talk to you about.
He will get my grandmother's body out, and all I must do is speak with him?
Yes,
Yes.
although he is the kind of person that tends to hide his motives and, have secrets and surprises and uh, you know,
I
if
am
you're
not
the kind of
afraid of
person.
secrets or surprises.
Okay. Would you like us to accompany you
Accompany me where?
to speak to Mr. Gung?
I am confused. You bring me body first, and then I speak with Mr. Gong.
I think we need to speak with him first, and then he'll be able to get the queen's body out. That's the kind of quid pro quo that
No.
he would. Okay. We'll go
He
let him
bring
know.
you get the body out, then I speak with him.
All right. We'll let him know. Thank you. Uh, your clarity is appreciated, and as always, we will do our best to act in your interests. All
Thank you,
right.
friend Ezra.
You're welcome. Um, let's ask the servant to come with us so that we can communicate more directly using the birch bark and don't have to come all the way back out here. Also, it means, in theory, the servant will be more safe because they'll be with us.
You want the servant to go with you to speak with Akagang?
Yep,
Yep.
please.
Okay. Okay.
It'll be very exciting. You'll get a chance to see, real municipal plumbing. It's going to be awesome.
He agrees. So you're gonna go back to speak with Ak?
Yeah.
All right. When you get back, he is he's still in his sort of greeting room, but he seems to be giving some sort of speech that you interrupt when he walks in. There's like a dozen vagabond types sort of lounging around, and he's standing up on this box. When you walk in, he's like waving his arm, and like, and then he stops, like as soon as you walk in, and turns to face you. Ah, your returns. You have good news for me?
Uh, it's in the direction of good. Um, we did talk to Varys, and what he agreed to was if you get the queen's body out of the city tonight, then he will speak to you.
Of course. That was my proposition.
Good. We'll make sure that he's aware that we have a tacit agreement.
Sorry. We are going to get the body out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do your part, and I'll do mine.
What do
When
we
you
have to
say
do?
we, hold on. When you said was he including us in the collective we there, or did he mean his people?
You're literally saying we when he's looking at you. You do your part, I'll do mine.
What do we have to do?
It's not much. There's a I don't know, I guess you could say cultural ritual this evening. Something called the best loser. You've heard of this, yes?
No.
Oh, well, I essentially need you to create a distraction so that the guards pay attention to you instead of me. So, officially, this thing is called the Half Champion. Since you're now to the semis, everyone who's lost so far is eligible to be a half champion or a best loser, if you will. It's sort of a crowd favorite. There's a big parade. There's lots of dancing and lots of drinking. They march to the hippodrome with as many people as they can gather. And when they get there, they crown the best loser. The person who the crowd thinks should most appear in the next competition. Generally, it means you're a crowd favorite, that they feel you've been screwed out of a victory somehow. It's
That's
quite
tonight,
prestigious. And that's tonight, yes.
but we haven't had all the losers lose yet.
Well, you never have all the losers lose until the whole thing's done. That's why this is the half champion. The tournament
Very
is
good.
half over. It is a little behind because the magic users can't compete this year. But
Well, some of them have. It's good to know that I won't be the best loser. It's always next time.
well, you'll probably just be a loser, Ezra. Nevertheless,
It's a
there will be a
familiar
half loser.
familiar path for myself.
Hmm. It will start in the north end of town, and then there'll be a parade, or a marching of drunk folk, let's say, just before midnight. It's supposed to culminate in the hippodrome itself at midnight. What I propose for you is that I station a band of musicians or ruffians. And as the crowd, several hundred or maybe 1,000 strong, passes the certain point, the point right next to the house where Zetero body lives, you engage. You sing some songs. You do some dances. You call attention to yourself. Or, if you like, you start a fist fight, a brawl, something to get the guards out of the house. Because there's 1,000 or 2,000 people milling about outside. They'll want you to move on, and they'll tell you. And as soon as they leave, I'll get the body out. 15 minutes, 20 max. Can you stall them that long?
Definitely.
I have faith that you can, actually. So you accept.
Yeah.
Well then, I call upon the spicy oranges, if that's still what you call yourselves, to do what they do best, which is to go and get drunk and cause a
Way
scene.
ahead of you.
Don't forget,
All right.
midnight at the intersection outside the house where Zadarel died. Don't be early, don't be late.
What time did you say, Bill? I know you literally just said it.
At midnight.
All right. Cool. We have the assignment.
Let's do it. Let's go get drunk.
This might be Zerwin's favorite quest so far. Ah,
We're leaving. We're leaving now. We're gone. Are we out of earshot?
Well, should we go talk to Skip?
Yeah, let's.
hold on. Before you leave, do you want the minstrels or the ruffians?
Minstrels.
Minstrels it is. Go forth and party, my friends.
Don't
And with
worry,
that, he
Zerwin.
turns around.
If the
I'm gonna
minstrels
punch him.
aren't-
I'm gonna punch a minstrel right in the face.
Yeah, if the minstrels don't work, we can turn them into ruffians.
Sure.
Mr.
We need to stall them for 20 minutes. Nah,
Wait. Are we
20
still in
seconds.
this room?
20
Are we talking
mini
about this
tits.
plan? Are we
20
talking about this
mini
plan
tits.
in the room with this dude right now? Or are we gone now?
I was gonna ask him, hey, do you have any kind of like black market that we could shop at and browse through? We got money burning holes in
Are
our
we still in
numerous
the room
pockets.
with this character?
We're still in the room without Gung because no one has said they're walking out yet, but feel free to if you'd
All right.
like.
All right,
I'm
we'll
giving
come
him
back
front
and
thumbs
shop.
up and leaving.
Yeah, we'll come back and shop later. Dirk's in a hurry.
You walk out.
Are we out of earshot?
Yeah, you can walk right back out in the alley.
Great. I'm not doing this.
Okay, why not?
Yeah. No, this guy is a complete and utter asshole who has pulled shit on us, sent us down there to get killed. He thought we would die, came back out, clearly lied to us. When he walked back, he played words on us on we get the body. Oh, that's interesting. And then he insults us to our face and proposes an entire plan that we're apparently supposed to follow to the letter, where we're drawing in people who are very powerful and we're leading guards away. This is the head of the Thieves Guild. He didn't give a shit about us and he sent us into a wine cellar to die. And for some reason, we're just turning around. We're just going like, oh yeah, we're going to follow this letter, this plan to the letter. Absolutely not. I'm not doing it. I think we should come up with a secondary plan. I think that we should come up with a thing that makes him think that we're doing the plan. We should follow this asshole. We should make sure that Varys is safe.
Dirk, if we're gonna do more of this adventuring thing, we got to be able to let insults roll off our backs like lipstick off a pig.
Wait. Before, everybody was telling me that the DM was giving us signals that we should listen to.
What's a DM?
all I'm saying is, first off, I'm not gonna I am gonna take this personally. That guy's a douchebag. That guy has clearly been lying to us. He didn't give a shit about us when he sent us down into a basement to die by animals that he thought were gonna ravage us. He did not think that we would show up. Why was he giving a speech to all of his friends when we arrived? Nobody's answered me that.
What was the? Did we overhear any of the speech, Bill? Okay. Well, it seems pretty clear he. Do you think he's using wanting to talk to Varys as an auspice to trap us?
Or talking to us as an auspice to catch Varys.
Yeah.
I thought it was more that. And
Oh,
for
we
him
should
to
make
get
sure Varys is safe.
well, he doesn't know where Varys is.
Okay, but Varys is going to be involved in this. Is that correct?
Not until the body gets out of the city.
So we're going to give Gun the leverage of having the body of his loved one. We're going to do that. We're going to hand that over. I'm just saying, we stood outside of a portal of hell and talked for 20 minutes about whether or not we should close it. I'm a little concerned about this plan. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
think
really
that
good point, Dirk.
I think it makes sense for us to be very thoughtful and intentional about the way that we enact this plan. I think we should have we should have redundancies and backups and redundant backups. And that way we can make sure that we stay safe and everything goes smoothly.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think the plan going smoothly is a good thing for us. I think we should really consider that this plan is designed to fuck us.
Okay.
Because that of all people, I don't. Do you trust that guy? Is that the guy that you're going to choose to trust?
No.
I don't know how we get Varys his grandma's body otherwise, though.
Yeah.
If we can figure that out, like if we could somehow figure out how to get his body to him and get him away safely, I'm all for it.
I mean, there's all. I'm just saying that being over a barrel for a certain mission is a situation that, I don't know, the head of the Thieves Guild might take advantage of. He might say, hey, this thing that you have no way to achieve, I'll tell you that we can achieve it.
Yeah.
And in a way that screws you.
Yeah.
Don't like that guy. Don't like that guy.
Okay.
Do we have another? I guess I'm looking for another choice here.
We were talking about Dirk using ethereal step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We can do
And
that.
did we determine if it works on inanimate objects?
Well, I can only do it one way because I got to go in, pick up an inanimate object, and I can't cast it again.
So we need
If I get,
Yeah, you have a limited amount of time. You have about 10 seconds.
So we need to get you into the body to pick up the body and then cast it.
yeah, we could get me in, or like, I don't know, we could use this plan and double cross Gun, use the minstrels, but we do a back door plan where everybody's drawn away. That'll get me in. Then I can use etherealness to get out. All I'm saying is screw that guy.
There are
Don't trust him.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I like this. I like some things that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. All right. I think what we need to do, get some
drunk.
food in us. Yeah. Get, sit down at a tavern, shoot the shit, and come up with
Wait,
a plan.
was that
I'm
off the
having some
table at
ideas.
any point?
No, I just think we can skedaddle right to that point.
You just go right to it.
All right.
So let's go get dinner. We haven't eaten since breakfast. No one said that they ate anything at any point. It's almost dinner time. I'm famished.
Where's Alvinius's house? Isn't that right next to the hippodrome?
Oh yeah, we gotta go talk to Skip.
Pretty close.
Maybe let's check in on Skip and then get some food and iron out the details.
Albinius is actually staying in a relatively small house. I actually don't have my Owlbear Rodeo on this computer, but if you look near the the Hippodrome west, you'll see a small house off to the side. That's where Alvinius is staying. He's it's late afternoon / early evening at this point. He is at the time that you arrive at the front door, assuming you knock in some way, you do hear Alvinius call, "Come in." And the door opens and Galacta is there. He motions for you to go inside.
We go in.
Going in.
He waits till you're all through, Galacta, and then he closes the door. Everyone could make a perception check as they walk through. And let me know you roll. He leads you through the entranceway. There is a sort of living room area. And then off to the back, there is a room where Skip and Alvinius are sitting at a table piled high with books. What are you reading? Or what'd you roll? Oh my god.
Ezra
I got a
got a
19.
9, Dirk got a
14.
19, Jana got a 23, Zerwin got a 14.
Ezra got a 19.
No, Dirk got a 19. The
So
high is a
Dirk,
23 from Jana.
Dirk and Jana, you both roll well enough to notice that when Glokta closed the door, he locked it, but then he also waved one of his black feathery hands over it, and some runes appeared, or reappeared on the door. Neither one of you have enough magic knowledge to know what those runes said or did, but you noticed. Back at this table, Skip looks up. Ah, friends, I'm sorry I haven't been with you. Are you okay? How are you?
We're well. We got the maps. Here they are.
I say telepathically to Ezra when he locked the door. He waved the feathers on the door. There were runes. He waved the feather hand and the runes. I tell him what I saw.
Okay. Ezra will after Dirk says that, Ezra will kind of survey the room. He'll say, "How are all of you doing?" And then he'll turn toward where Glokta is.
You've gone through 2 rooms since the door, so
Okay, then
you can
I
only see the
can't
front
see it.
door.
All right.
That happened so fast.
Ezra will
Doesn't take long to walk through a room.
yeah. Ezra will give a nod, but he'll look at Dirk while he's nodding, so that Dirk knows that he hears that.
Skip, oh, thank you so much. Wait, what'd you do to get these maps?
Fucked up some moss. We fought a moss monster and a bunch of demonic locusts and closed a
You
portal to
went
hell.
on a fight without me? Are you okay? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, I got half my face burned off, but not from fire, from acid. I can take fire.
Hey, buddy,
Yeah.
you should know that we closed a portal to hell in the basement of a sewer where a wine cellar was that was run by the thieves. You should just know that about your city.
Yeah.
There was a portal to hell there?
Yeah.
Well, how do you know it was a portal to hell?
I mean,
We
we
saw
looked
it.
through it and could see hell.
Yeah, right at it.
How do you know it wasn't an illusion?
We threw a wine bottle into it.
Yeah.
I mean, based on the rune, the runes that were drawn around the outside, it seemed pretty clearly to be a portal, not an illusion. If it was an illusion, the wine bottle would have just skittered through to the other side of the wine cellar. It went through the portal.
We also have artifacts with us that detect evil, and they were detecting evil.
Wait, there were runes. What did they say? Did you translate them?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. They said, here, let me read it back to you. And lo, the queen was birthed through the blood of the queen, and the prince, and the pauper. Her rise will bring forth the age of agony, the war as mother, the dead as father and as son, the tortured as the powerful, the bodies as sustenance. Here she will
Here she
call
will call
forth the
forth the
first of her
first of her
servants.
servants, the smallest, the weakest, the most ravenous, he repeats.
Yeah.
And he cuts you
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
Is that
yeah.
correct?
Yeah, you got it.
He nods
Actually,
grimly. He looks over at Alvinius, and Alvinius nods. Skip turns like this book that is like underneath all these other books. He like pulls some books off. He like pulls it off and he slides it over to you all. And it's like the prophecy of um the return of Gargoth. We've been doing some reading. First of all, I'm glad you're all okay. Do you need any more healing? Is everyone all right?
We're good.
I'm good.
Okay. Um, yeah. The nightmare. The somehow here's what I've learned. Somehow not Gargoth himself, but one of Gargoth's servants or friends or allies created the nightmare. Must have been someone extremely powerful in terms of spellcasting. Uh, one of the most powerful wizards, demonic or devilish, infernal, abyssal wizards ever. Think Archdevil or Demon Lord, something of that caliber. Figured out how to corrupt the ley lines and siphoned off enough of that power over a long enough timeline to create an entire realm of corrupted magic. That's what the nightmare is. And that's what's been happening right here. Alvinius and Glocta have been very helpful, as has Booker, although he's not here now. Did you meet Booker? I can't remember. Skip,
Some of us did.
I'm not going to make you roll for this, but Skip looks exhausted. You're not sure if he slept last night at all. Alvinius also looks tired. There are probably 400 books scattered around this room. Yeah. That's all I've got so far, he says. But summoning, opening portals to hell and bringing about the reign of this dark queen is part of the servitude of Gargoth. And the nightmare is somehow connected. And there is something about sacrificing children that generates a lot of power for the infernal.
Do you know if the realm of corrupted magic is cold?
I mean, we know it's dark, right?
Sorry, was that a full?
Cold.
You trailed off. I wasn't sure. Sorry, Dirk.
Cold is cold.
Oh, it's
Do you know
cold.
if it's cold?
Yes, it's supposed to be cold. Yes, and dark and full of nasty things that slowly drain the life out of you until you're weak enough where you can be completely absorbed as a magical entity. The stronger your will, the more resistance you have, the longer you last, which is why Alvinius lasted long enough to be pulled out as he wandered around.
Okay.
Why do you ask, Dirk?
We
I,
ahead, Dirk.
I was just wondering. There's just like hot and cold versions of things that you could go to. Yeah. Do you have any notion of how one might access this realm?
I haven't figured out how to get to the nightmare yet.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like a
We think
mini plan.
Is there
yeah,
anything? Is there anything in your research shown if you did go into the nightmare? Is there something that could help you avoid sort of the effects of the nightmare?
Mm-hmm.
We're working on that too. My current thought is that you'd have to bring with you powerful artifacts of life magic, um, light, um, nature, that sort of stuff.
Nature and life. Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Um.
Yes, Dirk.
Do we want to talk about the waving the feathered hands in the runes? Do we want to talk about that?
You mean when we came in here?
Yeah, when he did the thing.
You,
Sorry, what are you guys talking
Ezra
about?
goes over to
Why?
Dirk. No,
What did Glockta do to the door?
Yeah,
yeah.
when Glockta did a feathered hand thing
Oh yeah,
on the door.
resealing the runes. It's so we can't be spied on. Would be very challenging to get any sort of ears or eyes in through the runes. Not impossible, but very difficult. Glockta, by the way, has disappeared, but when you mention resealing the runes, he sort of pokes his beak in and his mouth opens soundlessly, kind of like a acknowledgement of some sort.
Okay. Yeah. Do we think that's where Tiberius is? He's in the nightmare. Ezra's asking Skip.
Yes,
Okay.
and he is
Let's
strong,
all
so
yeah.
I know he can last a while, but no one lasts forever. That's the point. I got to figure out
Mm-hmm.
how to get in there, how to find him,
Mm-hmm.
and how to get him out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're gonna work on that. You're gonna work on that, we're gonna work on that, and we'll figure it out together.
I think we're going to need a very powerful wild magic user. I think we're going to need some sort of artifact from the wild. I think
Okay.
we're going to need someone willing to go in, or multiple someones. I don't know. I'm just starting this.
Do you think Varys would be a strong enough wild magic user?
Maybe.
Just hypothetically, like in terms of determining levels.
Possibly. Varys is
Mm-hmm.
Varys is very strong, and he is kind of made of wild magic. Azadara would have been the best bet, but possibly.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna go. We have some planning to do. We're gonna go do that.
Yeah. There's something else. There's something about the way that things are connected here. I'm gonna read these maps, and I don't know, come back in a couple hours, and I'll tell you what I find from these maps that Akdong gave us. These are from Akdong, correct?
Yeah.
Great.
What time is it, by the way?
It's probably 5-ish. What else, friends? Is there anything I can do for you? Sorry, I have a pounding headache.
Yeah, no, rest up.
Not until Tiberius is free.
Yeah. Can I do healing spirit on a headache? It's not like a hit point kind of thing. I'm just gonna like, hey, I'm gonna put a cube over here. It might help you regain your. Anyways, cast healing spirit.
He thanks you.
Hmm.
All right. Wheels up.
What does it mean?
Where we heading? The
To the
Bard's
tavern.
Cobbler?
Yeah.
Bard's Cobbler?
To the cards bobbler.
What a barge, cobbler, eh? Tis a fine evening for a drink, I think. Okay. It is dinner time by the time we get there, and there's a lot of people there. As always, there are people. Mostly, the real drinking hasn't started yet. It's mostly fooding.
All right.
Can we shove our way to the bar?
Sure.
Or should we grab a table? What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go
Table's
get a
nice.
table. You go to the bar. Give me a drink, and I'm gonna see if I can order. I need some food. Feeling low blood sugar right now.
All right. I'll push my way to the bar.
Ezra sits down with Dirk. All right. So there's a couple things we need to keep in mind.
Hmm.
Akgung has a solution for us to get to the nightmare. We can use the planar prism, or whatever he called it, to get to the nightmare, likely.
Do we know that he actually has it, or just says he has it?
He says he has it.
Okay.
So far, his word's been trustworthy. He gave us the maps.
It's true. It's true.
So if he does have this prism, that would be a solution for how we could get to the nightmare. Bringing up Varys, possibly going to the nightmare. That was,
Wait, is the nightmare a plane?
I think so. They've been
Okay.
like, you talked to the plants and they said that there were portals that opened up to the nightmare. It
Yeah,
seems like it's a place of sorts.
yeah, I just don't. I don't understand planes, but
You are the guy that we would use to, sniff one out. So it's good that you don't understand them.
Mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
no, it's
uh,
intuition.
yeah, I get it. I get it. Um, I like to lay things out on the table. Akgang says he has this thing that we could use to get to the nightmare. You're right that he may not actually have it. He may not be
Hmm.
willing to give it to us, even if he does
Hmm.
actually have it. But
Hmm.
there's that note. There's the note that we do know a very powerful Fey being who might be an ally if he was able to accompany us to the nightmare. We know that too.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, we know that there is this plan to get the body out of the city that allegedly involves us, but we don't know if that's kind of a setup. We got that.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
We know
Hmm.
Jana has a fight first thing in the morning. 4
Hmm.
a.m. fight. 4 a.m. Wild.
That's a setup. It's a setup.
So I do think that there is a series of needles that we could thread here. If we chose that we were going to act in our own best interest as if everyone's out to betray us and we want to get the body out, we could try to figure out how to do that. I have some ideas already. And
Mhm.
then, after we get the body to Varys,
Mm-hmm.
we could then bring Varys to talk to Akgung anyway to get the prism.
Mm-hmm.
The prism that
Mhm.
Akgung may or may not actually have. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if we broke the current plan in place with Akgung, in theory we could deliver on what we've promised
Mm-hmm.
outside of the plan
Mm-hmm.
and get the promised goods.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna lay that out.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that we need to talk through as a team about what level of tomfoolery we really want to get into in terms of
Mm-hmm.
fucking with the plants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do we just want to have some redundancies to protect ourselves in case we're
No.
being set up? Or
No, here's what I think. Here's what I think. I think we do the plan, let the minstrels distract people. Most of us distract people.
Dirk
One of
returns
us,
to the table with a bunch, like a whole round of mugs of beer.
I am Dirk.
Sorry, Zerwin.
I was hoping for wine, actually. So, never mind.
So all I'm saying is that it's a high stakes plan, and the linchpin in all of this is that the head of the Thieves Guild, who sent a bunch of people, including us, into his basement to die, is good on his word on giving us a literal planar jumping mechanism once he gets the highly precious body of a natural magic holder. I'm not. Those are just words. I'm just using words, right? It's all framing. I understand what you're saying.
I gotta
Yeah.
clarify. He did not offer you the planar beacon in exchange for the body. He's
Mm-hmm.
offering the body in exchange to talk to Varys. He offered the planar beacon if you could, quote, get to the bottom of why all this is happening in reference to there being a portal to hell in his backyard.
Okay.
Okay.
You're right. You're right. Thank you for the clarification.
So if we do this plan, are we proving ourselves to this guy? Are we taking the risk that we're giving Azarel's body to Wakung, which is clearly leverage on Varys, without getting a planar beacon? Here's what I'm saying. Feels like we've done enough for this guy that he should just give us a planar beacon. Why is he bargaining with us? This doesn't feel right. It feels like if he's actually concerned about this, he shouldn't be negotiating and bargaining because we just killed the demon locusts in his wine basement, and yet somehow he still is trying to negotiate with us like this is actually both a thing that is in our interests and also a thing that is a threat to his life and existence. If it's a threat to his life and his existence in his backyard, give us the beacon, give us the things we need to fight it. Why is this turning into a negotiation? Doesn't seem right to me.
The beacon is an incredibly rare, valuable artifact. He's not just going to give it up to some people that happen to survive a locust attack.
Happen to survive, he sent a bunch of people down there. So then is he lying to us about how dangerous it was down there?
Dirk,
Is he going to go to a different plane with us?
Dirk,
All
he
I'm
didn't.
saying is if you find out there's a plane.
He never lied about how dangerous it was. He didn't.
That's what I'm saying. That's
And
exactly what I'm saying.
Hey, we made the deal. We made the deal for the maps for clearing out the thing. So
Right,
we
totally.
did the deal.
No.
He did the deal. He's treated us square so far. The thing we're concerned about at this point is we've made this other deal for access to Varys for the body, and we just want to make sure that he doesn't notify the Emperor to catch Varys, right?
I
Like
100% hear you. Let me tell you, I 100% hear you that in the world of making deals where things are 1-to-1, that makes total sense. All I'm saying is that if we are, in fact, existing in the world where Akgung is scared about the future of his backyard, why is he still negotiating?
He doesn't know as much as we know. I mean, we
told him there's a portal to hell in his basement.
But he doesn't know all of the details about the level of uh, the level of shit that's going down in terms of the demons and the devils working together across planes. We've never explained that to him. We've never explained that they're corrupting magic here. Like we've never gone through all of that, and he doesn't
Okay,
have the evidence of the way that the demons and the devils are involved, other than the portal to hell.
Or what he should believe us. Technically, we're randos.
we are not randos. We killed the thing that had killed a bunch of his people in the basement.
That we were randos, and the only thing we had going for us was Skip vouched for us.
Before that, we were randos, and after that, we killed the evil devil demon locust thing that was in his basement, killed a bunch of his people. Look, I'm with you. If you guys want to do the thing, we can do the thing. Here's what I think. We should not trust this person. I do not like that he's negotiating in what should be a crisis for him, and he's clearly using it as a negotiating position. Don't like it. Don't like the fact that what it involves is us being a diversion. Don't like the fact that we're involving very important, powerful people. Don't like the fact that we're trusting that we're going to get some magical artifact that, frankly, he hasn't even demonstrated that he has. That's all I'm saying.
So what
All I'm
should we
saying.
do?
I think we should kidnap Akgung.
Oh,
You think we should kidnap the head of the underworld?
Yeah.
How do we do that?
I guess that wasn't my next step.
No,
Why not?
that's an interesting next step. I think
He's not the head of the underworld. We saw the underworld through a portal. He's just he's the head of
he's
the
the head of the
Thieves Guild.
Thieves Guild.
Thieves Guild,
Okay,
sorry.
I think there's a way for us to follow through with this plan while also protecting ourselves, observing what's actually going on, and then we can draw some better conclusions about who we can trust and who we can give information to. I have been mentally starting to track some of the things that we have that can help us that not everyone out in the world is aware that we have. There are some things that they do know, there's some things that they don't know. Let's talk about our assets. We have an assassin. Jana is very skilled with disguises. Jana can disguise herself so that no one will recognize her out on the streets. It does hurt that she has a 4 a.m. fight. I'm sorry about that, Jana. Uh, this is looking like it's going to be an all-nighter. If you need to bow out so that you can better do your fight tomorrow, I get it. So we have Jana. We have a number of spells that not everyone knows that we have. Things like invisibility, polymorph. Gelidus has a spell that can make people sick. That's fun. Um, we have the Hat of Many Disguises. So someone can wear that and be disguised, and no one's going to recognize them. We have that special fork with the 7 prongs that denotes that you're really special to the royal family. That's something that we might be able to use or deploy at a key moment. Yeah. We have a set of things that we could use to really Ocean's 11 this. I think. Here's what I'm imagining. People that we pit outside to be involved in the distraction. Zerwin, you're gonna fight some minstrels tonight, and boy, am I upset I'm not gonna be there to see it. Jana, I think we put you. I think we help you to disguise Zerwin, and I think we have you disguise yourself, and we pit you out there as well. Um, Maybe we strategically say that Gelidus and Owen are also out there. Uh, Disguised as best as we can disguise them. I know that they're instantly recognizable, but we'll do our best. Dirk, you and I have some abilities that the rest of us don't. You have the ability to walk through some walls, walk through some ceilings and floors, be in another plane of existence entirely. I can be invisible. I can turn into animals. Uh, yeah, I think that there's a way that we can do this.
Can I posit something here?
Let's hear it.
What is Otgun gonna benefit by taking? So first of all, we're not giving him the body, right? He could take this body without us if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He could have found any 5 lackeys. So it is suspicious that he asked us to make a distraction. But he could have found 5 other people to make a distraction, stolen that body, and not needed us at all.
Well, he did find
Wouldn't that
5
be
of
interesting?
minstrels.
So
Yeah,
why does he need us?
I'm sorry. I'm not. But if we're trying to steal the body to bring it back to Varys, right? That's the whole point, right? We want to protect Varys, right? Why don't we just
Yeah.
warn Varys that we don't trust Oggung? Varys is super powerful. We let Oggung steal the body. We do our part. Even if we protect ourselves so we don't get in any trouble, we let him steal the body. We let him bring it to Varys, and we just let Varys know, hey, set some precautions. This guy could also obviously handle himself against a non-magic Oggung.
Okay.
If that's what we're worried about, I think Oggun might want us in jail. I can see that.
Okay. Look, I haven't said it yet. Ok Gung could be the helping the portal to hell.
Yeah.
He could be trying to get Varys, to kill Varys, to take Varys, any number of things. He could be trying to eliminate very powerful, especially nature magic beings.
That's why I
We
want
should
to
not.
warn Varys.
No, you don't just warn Varys. They already got Azarel. They already got Tiberius. We survived because there were 7 of us, or however many
If
there were left.
if they got Zadarel, they could get Varys.
Yeah,
Zadarel was way more
exactly.
powerful. So why don't
This
they?
is exact.
So why do they need us? They need us to get Zadarel.
Create a diversion. I don't know what it was about where Azarel was. I don't know. I don't want to turn Varys over to them. Maybe they don't know where to find him. Maybe Azarel was staying in a place where they knew where it was, and they could create a portal. Why are we putting him in a situation where he's right next to Hot Gun?
All right, so that's all right. That's fine. But how? I just still don't know how we're going to steal the body. Were you getting to that, Ezra?
If we decide we want to steal the body, yeah, I mean it's as simple. There are a number of ways we could do it. One, we could have Dirk. We think we know where the body is. One of us could scout to find out where it actually is. Dirk could ethereal in, grab it, ethereal out,
He
super
can't.
fast.
He can't do that.
I can't.
Why
I
not?
can't. I don't think I can do it back to back like that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you ethereal in, you grab it, you jump out a window, you run.
No, I gotta get in first, then I ethereal out.
Why wouldn't we get him in the window and then grab the body and cast it? That would be easier.
Okay.
Yeah, in ethereal out. Anyways, yes. The whole point is I can do it.
I can invisible in, grab the body, invisible out. I can invisible in, grab the body, turn into a pterodactyl, fly out. There's a bunch of solutions here.
Solid plan. Those both involve us walking back out of the city carrying a body.
Pterodactyls must look really goofy walking around, huh?
They walk
Wait.
with bows.
They walk
Oh.
on their elbows?
Sorry.
Jana, have you met a pterodactyl?
No, they do. They do walk on their elbows. That's actually correct.
I mean, I believe that Dirk's met a pterodactyl at some point.
I have. Hey, look, don't.
Sorry, that's
Jenna knows
metagaming.
what's up.
It's metagaming that Jana would know about pterodactyls. Sorry. Just they're really cool.
Hey, it's metagaming that you wouldn't. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
So I thought that one argument in favor of letting Akgung steal the body and us sort of going perhaps unobserved to see what he does with it would be that he would presumably take it right into the sewers. Like the other option would be we just got the map to those sewers. We left it with Skip. We could steal the body and then jump into the sewers, take that same route out with the body, and then we don't have the problem of carrying a visible, beloved and highly recognizable corpse through the city.
Beloved and highly recognizable corpse.
One games, man.
That was just a.
Everybody
Just,
loved her.
I just love that sequence of words.
I immediately wrote that one down. Also, that's pretty good. I like that.
Well, you know, I mean, she wasn't
Yeah.
beloved as a corpse, but she was very beloved, and now she's a corpse.
Too late, you already said it. It's already written in the quotes board.
Well, I'm saying it's going to be very obvious if we're carrying a corpse through, unless we try to, like, Weekend at Bernie's it, like, make her, like, I don't know, we don't have any necromancers. I don't have
Why
a
don't we
plan.
just go get the corpse right now? Put it in the sewers. We know the map. Just take it out. We'll figure it out later. Get it out of the city. Tell Varys. Bring the servant with us. Write it on the fucking birch. Hey, meet us
We
at this place. We'll get the body out.
we also need to remember that if we are caught or if we're recognized being the ones who are stealing the body, that's going to have really nasty consequences for us.
All right,
and everyone who knows
compromise. Total compromise between these things. We do the thing. We do the whole Akung plan. And at least one of us, if not many of us, have to be in the sewers to follow Akung. We got to get out. We cannot leave Varys alone with Akung. We have to know where the body is going. We have to follow them through the sewers. That way, we can do the thing where we're helping with the plan. We're doing the whole thing, and if things go sideways, at least we haven't lost track of the body, and Varys isn't left alone. How about that?
Yeah, so we station one of us in the sewers because we think that's going to be their exit plan.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of us are involved in the hilarity.
Super deeply invested in making sure that we know where they are going when they go.
Yeah, we should probably check those maps from Skip first. Can we say that we looked at them? We looked at them relatively thoroughly before we gave them to Skip. Is that allowed? Can we retcon that?
Then we gotta go back. We gotta go find
Yeah.
Skip again. Although Skip said come back in a couple hours.
Yeah, we have to go back to Skip anyway.
Great.
So
Who are we going to station in the sewers?
It was probably gonna be Janet, but we gotta go look at them first.
I can be invisible in the sewers.
Yeah, but are you stealthy when you're invisible?
I'm not stealthy.
Oh, well done.
I think it should be me, but I would think that.
I mean, it's a sewer. There's not necessarily places to hide. Right?
It's a pretty well-trafficked area because it's Akgung's, like, little highway.
Well, we'll have to look at the map and make sure that we can figure out the best places to hide.
Maybe we'll put two of us in the sewers.
Why don't we both go?
Yeah. Well, it'll be another typical Jana Ezra hangout.
Pedro and Jana, go bumblefuck around.
Yep. Okay.
Do sewers count as Underdark? Damn it.
And then I think so. If we have Zerwin, Owen, Galadis being the people stirring the pot up in the street, Dirk, what do you want? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna be with the minstrels, and if I need to, I'll use draconic dragon fear, just to freak people out and make them panic, so that people come out.
Yeah, Dirk,
and then I'll probably ethereal step out of that.
You're our redundancy if things are not going the way that we want them to go. Okay.
So, could you
Can we-
all? Sorry, go ahead.
Can we just write to Varys what we're doing on the birch bark very quickly?
I think that
Write to me
what
what you're doing.
to Varys.
To Varys?
No, could you tell me what you all are doing? Because it's
Yeah,
not
so we're
clear
gonna
to
tell
me.
him. We're gonna tell him Akgung has looped us in. Akgung is having us help the the process with moving the body. We don't fully trust Akgung. Be wary.
Right, but could you tell me what you're planning on doing right now? Because I've been following this conversation for a while and I'm not 100% clear
Yeah,
on
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
actually going
Okay.
to do.
So we're gonna go to Skip. We're gonna take a look at the maps that Skip provided to find the most likely routes that and
So
whatever else we got to talk to Skip about. The most likely routes in the sewers. Gianna and I are going to be stationed in the sewers to try to observe the process of them going up to get the body, observe them leaving, and follow them. Zerwin, Gelidus, and Owen are all going to be out with the minstrels trying to cause a distraction. Dirk is going to be on overwatch for that. He's going to be observing and he's going to be stepping in if it seems like they need backup. Did I miss anything?
So the first thing you're doing is you're going to leave the Bard's Cobbler. You're going to go back to Alvinius's house and speak with Alvinius and Skip. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right, great. It's probably closer to 7 p.m. when you get back there. 6:30 maybe. And again, Glockta opens the door, lets you all in. Again, he does the thing at the door. Again, they're at the back, except now Dirk has, or not Dirk, sorry, Dirk. Skip has uh, gotten out a separate large sheet of parchment, and he is in the process of creating another map, and he's got the other maps all spread out around him. I'm almost done, he says, and you can see he's got like one corner left. Essentially, he's created. Excuse me. Essentially, he's created a map that is an amalgamation of all the maps that Ak gave you. It is one big map of the underground or the underworld of the city. It looks like a series of rooms connected by tunnels. And he has marked off 2 access points. The fascinating thing, he says, is if you look here, he points, this is Fort Magnus. And then if you look here, this is Castle. Oh shit, what's the name of the castle? The Latin word, I've forgotten now. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I'm not on my computer. So anyway, the other castle. These 2 entranceways lead directly to a spot underneath both of those castles. Where you could enter is here, he points. This is like sort of under the Bard's Cobbler. I think we could get you in through the basement if we're willing. Well, if my old friend is willing to let me knock a hole in one of his cellar walls.
Who's your old friend?
Veilthorn?
Hmm.
This is all quite a ways down. At least 3 stories.
Do the tunnels go under Azadriel's house?
No, not really. I mean, one of the edge, like it would be on the edge. If you look here, and he points on one part of the map, That's where Fort Magnus is. And then over here is the castle. What the hell? Can someone find the name of the castle? Hold on.
I'm all I see is Fort Magnus or Castle Magnus in the notes I looked.
No, I
Do you
gave you
want
the
to
names of
I'll look
both.
again.
Linda's castle?
Yes.
Just say Linda's castle.
Yeah, but it's not Linda's Castle. It has a name.
Linda's castle.
Anyway, yes, Linda's Castle.
Alias.
Yes, that's correct. Alias.
Hey, Skip, how much do you trust Doc Gung?
Trust him to do what? I don't trust him at all, but the thing is, he has some restrictions given his position. So, how much do I trust him to be a good person or do the right thing? Barely at all. But if he makes an agreement with you, he pretty much has to uphold his end of the deal, or he risks being cast out by the Thieves Guild. So I trust him to uphold his end of a bargain. I also trust him to be constantly looking for an angle, essentially self-centered, but smart enough to recognize when things are potentially catastrophic. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. So we're not stealing the body. We're following Doc Gung out.
You're doing what?
Nothing.
You all recognize that. So what he just said to you is the maps that you have now are like 3 stories under the city.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, no. But you also know that Ok Gung's place is 1 story under the city.
Yeah. Is there a corresponding Afgung's wine cellar point in this? Yeah, by
No,
chance.
this would be below the wine cellar.
Yes. Okay, so it's not mapping. What it's not. From first interpretations, this is not a map of any type of thing that we have encountered with Afgung.
I think we kind of knew that. We knew that there
Sorry.
was going to be all kinds of stuff that we hadn't seen yet.
Okay, but if our plan had anything to do with following Afgung, then this map may likely be useless.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. Well, guess you should just totally trust this person and hope. Do we remember the exact words of his promise? Because he was a little fishy on the we thing before. It's fine. You know what? You know what? I'm in. I'm in.
I
Let's
think we
go.
go with the plan. We go with the plan that we put into motion. We get into Jana and I get into the sewers and we find the spot that's nearest. We find, we scout out the spots that are near where the house is, and then we lay in wait.
If you're gonna do it, you probably ought to go now because
Yeah, it's crunch time.
it's crunch time. But also, if we think Doc Gung doesn't already have people down there, I would be surprised.
Well, yeah, but we're stealthy. They won't even know we're there.
I just want to be sure we're not assuming that these maps have anything to do with the sewers that you're going into. You're going into sewers blind.
Well, it's dark down there.
I have night vision.
Just making sure.
We both have goggles.
Pretty sure
You do.
literally the only person in the group who can't see in the dark is Jana. Is that correct?
I have night vision goggles now.
Yeah, we
Oh,
both
that's
have night vision goggles,
Forgot I bought them.
which are also going to be helpful if we have to swim through anything. Which could happen in a sewer. Okay, let's go scout out them sewers and get everybody set up. Dirk,
Yeah.
baby, tell me
Whoopsie.
about your telepathy. It's only 60 feet.
Yes, it is only 60 feet.
Do you need to see people to be able to talk to them?
Yeah, baby.
Hold on, that's an interesting. I think I do. Yeah, but let me check to make sure.
We're gonna get back in touch with the strong
Yeah,
people.
any feature I can see. Sorry.
Okay, so you won't be able to talk to us while we're underground, unless you are in the ethereal realm. So
That's interesting. Yeah.
yeah, if things really hit the fan, you can go ethereal and telepathy me and Jana. We'll try to stay pretty close as we can to where you guys are.
So let me I want to make sure I'm getting this right. Derwin, Dirk, Owen, Galadis are going back to the Bard's Cobbler to get drunk and walk with the parade / procession above ground and help create the distraction. While Jana and Ezra are going into the sewers to try to find a spot to wait. Is this correct?
Yeah, we're gonna scout out. Go ahead.
I kind of want to go into the sewers. I'm not feeling great about the sewers since we definitely because we don't have a map.
Thanks in advance for splitting the party, everyone. Just kidding. You can go ahead. You're doing great. All right, so decide amongst yourselves, but who's going where and doing what, and when are you going?
Dirk, why don't you come with us for the scouting so that you can see it's going to be great, and then you can go back above ground.
Yeah, no, I get the feeling that my fears will really be alleviated by this journey into the unknown sewers.
All right, so Zerwin's going to drink with Owen and Galadis. Is that
The
correct?
dog punched me in the balls when he jumped up on my lap.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you say he's a very good boy? Is that what you said?
I didn't, but he is a very good boy. Let's be honest. All right, and Dirk and Ezra and Jana, you're going to. How are you going to get into the sewers? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do?
We're going to scout around. We're going to get the lay of the land, and we will then position ourselves in the spot that looks most likely because it's the closest in proximity to the house where they're going to
Okay.
be able to climb up and go through the manhole. I know that there was a pool about how long it would take me to say manhole tonight. I said it. Whoever had 1050, you win the pool. Congratulations. Enjoy your winnings. Maybe
Everyone,
buy
please check
me a
your bingo
drink.
card.
Yep.
Who had Ezra 1050 for manhole? No, I asked how you were going to get into the sewers. So apparently, what you're going to
I'll
do is
say
you're
it
going to.
again. Manhole.
Yeah, man. So apparently, what you're going to do is you're going to walk over to the house where Zadaro was disappeared, and then you're going to do some sort of like fod walk until you find a manhole.
What's a
How
fod wall?
how have we been getting into the sewers so far?
We
literally
haven't been.
You've been going to see Akgang at his spot.
Is
At
that
his
not in the
residence, which
sewers?
has a basement which goes to a wine cellar.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Man, my mind palace is just in tatters. Um God. Is this just a room filled with toilets? What is this? Um Okay. Yeah, I guess we gotta.
So wait, your plan was to wander the streets and look for a big enough gutter for us to go.
I thought
No, it
that
was
we.
manhole.
Yeah, I thought that we have been going into the sewers often enough that we would know what to do.
Just because you go into manholes all the time doesn't mean.
And we're under the
Sorry, somebody had to
assumption
say it. It had to be made explicit.
There's a lot of
we're
entering of manholes in your mind. But
Yeah,
you
exactly.
haven't actually been entering manholes at all. This is
No.
manhole fantasy realm. Like you've been fantasized about entering manholes on a regular basis, but in fact you've entered 0 manholes.
So did Akon indicate that he's using the sewers at all?
No, I think it's just the thing that makes the most sense.
So wait, we are going to find a manhole to find sewers because it makes the most sense, despite the fact that the map is 3 levels down, to find an escape route that we don't know exists, potentially near this thing, and there's half of the party doing this.
Do you want to go back to the tavern and come with a new plan?
Wasn't this your plan, Dirk?
No, this was not my plan. This was not my plan.
What did you want to do? I thought you wanted to like go through with this and then follow
I
them.
wanted to follow Akgung's people.
I wanted to follow Akung's people, which might include just watching Azarel.
Zadarel is
Queen
dead.
is Adderall.
I thought you wanted us to steal the body.
Azarel's body. That's what I'm saying.
Bernie's her out of the like do
We
like
don't
the
want to.
clue.
I don't want to get to Bernie's any.
How are we gonna watch her body?
Be near the house. Be invisible in the room. We
Okay.
could, yes,
Eyes,
and yes, we
presumably.
could be in the escape route if there is an escape route. But we just found a map that has tunnels 3 layers down, which is what I was saying 10 minutes ago. Which is that apparently our map isn't actually the thing that we thought it was when we were discussing the plan.
What's the weather like tonight, Bill? Jesus Christ, guys.
It's quite
I'm
nice out.
this close to turning into a pterodactyl, tearing my way through the roof, grabbing the body and flying off. I really am. Okay,
Look, let's
it's
get
nice.
into a
It's
sewer.
nice
If you want to get into a sewer, I'll get into a sewer. I just don't want you to get
Is
into
is it breezy?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a nice night, but it's there's a slight breeze.
Okay. If we want to put somebody in the room, I can turn one of us invisible, me or one of you people.
I can
And
summon a beast. I'll put a moth in there.
can you communicate with the moth?
Yeah.
If the moth's in the room, you can't see the moth.
It can I could probably talk to it just fine. See it through a window. Or no, I can actually cast Beast Sense on it and I can see through its eyes and hear.
Those are probably both concentration spells.
Summon Beast,
So
concentration.
as soon as you cast Beast Sense on the moth vaporizes.
Oh, cool. That's a thing that I have actually, is that as soon as I try to communicate with something, it disappears.
Jana, how do you feel about being invisible for an hour and hiding in the room that Queen Zadarel is in? Zadarel.
That sounds fantastic.
You're the
Does it
most
not sound
stealthy.
better than a random manhole?
You're the most stealthy. Maybe you can get a quick cat nap getting ready for your 4 a.m. fight. This is all going to be great. Okay. What time is it now, Bill?
I don't know, between 6 and 6:30.
Okay. It's a little
Well, you
early.
said 8 o'clock earlier.
No,
No.
no.
Okay. I don't know.
Alright.
It was
Hallucinating
between
times. I don't
5
know.
and 5:30. It was between 5 and 5:30 when you were in the Bard's Cobbler. Then you went to see Skip. You only had 1 round of drinks, so I don't know, maybe 6:30 ish.
Is there a bar near here?
No, both the bars are toward the north end of town. There's a couple
Both?
of Yeah, there's 2 bars.
In the whole city.
Well, there's a couple of like real dives, but there's 2 like big inns. Yeah, in the whole city. That's correct.
Let's go get another drink. Pass the time. We'll come back 10:30. I'm gonna hit the chamber pots.
Okay. So you want to go back to the Bard's Cobbler? You're all going together this time? You're not splitting the party?
No.
Okay. Um, inside the Bard's Cobbler, one of the people that you notice 2 people right away because you're friends with them both. One of them is Andrej, who is currently sitting and listening to a story being told by an old man in the corner, and the other is Irtha, who is at the bar at the moment. Otherwise, you guys can go in. It's actually not as busy as you thought it might be. You're not sure why.
I go over to Andrej and listen to the story a little bit.
Um, you're walking in sort of towards the end of the story, but it's apparently about a really big old oak tree that used to be some sort of like store of like a lot of magical powers, and occasionally it would transport someone from the world to the world that they like live in to another world, like the wild, and it was considered to be a sort of portal to the wild. Something about a very, very large, very old oak tree. Andrej notices you as the story finishes. Did you hear that story? It was remarkable. Do you think it's true?
I don't know. I only heard the end of it, but I've seen some weird shit, so maybe.
That is exactly what I was thinking. That no, it cannot be true. But then, Andrej, you have not lived very long, and yet you have seen a lot of fucked up shit in your life. It is possible this one is true. Old men and old women like to tell stories, but I find that some part of their story is usually true, if not all of it. Maybe there is just a big tree that is very old. But
Did
I
did
think,
he say earlier in the story where it was?
oh, on top of some hill somewhere near the mountains, I think to myself, Andrej, children are disappearing, and I do not like it when people hurt children. Maybe this tree has some sort of thing to do with it. Maybe I go for a walk after I kick the shit out of the person in the semifinals.
Yeah, I hope you kick the shit out of him.
What if it is you?
Mm, I hope you kick the shit out of me just a little bit less than I kicked the shit out of you.
Ha! That is spirit. I hope that too. Wait, no, I hope the other one. You know what
Mm,
I hope. Are you drinking tonight? I heard there is parade later.
sure am.
We should have a drink together.
I'm in, you son of a bitch.
Fortunately, I have no more fermented yak milk.
What
Sorry.
else can we drink?
I say we take it easy tonight and just drink the dark beer.
How many?
Yes.
Let's go.
Very good. He stands up. Zerwin's not a drinking buddy. No surprise. Anyone else want to do anything before we call it a night?
Should probably go talk to Irtha, huh?
You want?
Why? Yeah, let's go talk to you.
All
Now
right.
that we're all good and drunk, let's go
Can I
talk to a
before
pretty
I
redhead.
before I walk away from the old man who told the story? Can I do a perception check to see if he's, or maybe it's not perception, but to see if he believes the story he's telling is true?
That would be like an empathy check, kind of.
So charisma of some sort.
Yeah, like you're kind of retconning because we finished the story already. But you can go
Okay.
ask him and then see if you believe his answer.
Let's go talk to Irtha first.
Okay. Sure. You gonna go by yourself, Jenna? Or are you gonna bring the man crew with you?
I'll bring just Ezra if I can. I'll leave the
Yeah,
rest of the guys.
sure.
Fine, me and Andres are doing whatever we want.
You're busy.
Okay.
Um,
Yertha looks up as you come over. Hi. How are you?
hi. Okay, how are you?
Okay. Um, you know, Linda's still not feeling well. I'm gonna bring her some more stuff, but she's old. I hope she pulls out of it. She has her own clerics and healers, and they say that there's, no disease, no sickness. She's just, like tired. I don't know. Anyway, how have you guys been?
Oh, we're great. I have a fight tomorrow.
Oh,
Just wishing that there was still the magic competition. Wish I had a fight tomorrow.
I'm sorry. Well, good luck, Jenna. Maybe I can make it over. There isn't probably going to be school for the next couple days, so usually tonight I'd be excited for the best loser parade, but I don't know if I'm going to make it.
You going back to your grandmother's, or do you have something else lined up?
No, yeah, just going to go back and sort of be with her for a bit.
This came on really suddenly. There's no indication about like what caused it.
No, it's funny. This happened like years ago. I remember I was a teenager. Same thing, lasted a week or so. She got better.
What you said? She's just feeling just tired, malaise.
Yeah, tired, weak, sick, sore, sleeps a lot, doesn't say much.
Okay.
Anyway, um, yeah, sorry I'm not going to be joining tonight. But hopefully she'll be better soon and we can hang out and catch up a little bit. And good luck tomorrow, Jenna. Maybe I'll try to make it over and watch. What time is it?
It's
Thanks.
early. It's the first block of fights, whatever that normally is, right? 7 a.m. maybe 8 a.m.
It's after dawn, I think, is when the first fight is.
4 a.m. It's a 4 a.m. fight.
All right, well, yeah, good luck. I'm gonna head over soon. She looks like she's waiting on some food to be brought out from the kitchens. Well, have fun also tonight. The best loser parade's usually a lot of fun, and it's quite a compliment. So, I think you might want to nominate.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, that's a good time. Um, yeah, so they bring her out something in a like a canvas, sack and hand it to her. And she puts the money on the bar and she, makes her goodbyes and walks out. And that's probably a good place to end it for this evening. Let's give out Danger Awesome points. Let's see who else is here also.
I'm going to give mine to Dirk for his deep distrust of Akagun.
Giving me strong Appenicus vibes.
Deep distrust. I'm giving mine to Jana
Thank
for locking in on just multiple occasions tonight, like diving in hard.
Mine goes to Dirk too.
I'll give mine to Zerwin for throwing the wine bottle into the hell portal because that was sure dangerous. Dangerous. Reckless.
Kind of awesome.
Although it then did come back and help us because it was the closest thing to proof that we had that it wasn't an illusion.
Everybody given out already?
There's only 4 of us.
Yeah. I think everybody did a really good job tonight, so why don't you all have a Danger Awesome point from me?
Hey,
You're drunk. You drive straight home.
I was, there was some good roleplay tonight. There was some good talking about things. You're not even wrong, T-Man. That's good. You're right. I usually ask the crowd to vote on one. It doesn't seem like the crowd is super. Oh, I also am not. I'm not at my computer tonight, so I didn't feature an artist or give out prizes. But I 100% promise that I will next week. I have lots of art I want to feature from people who have been showing up in the Discord, and I have prizes to give away. I'm just not home right now, so I have neither of those things. You, though. Oh, Potato Wizard's here. Hi, Potato Wizard. Potato Wizard votes to give a point to Ezra. And nobody else voted, so.
thanks. What'd I do to deserve that, Potato Wizard? If that is your real name.
Definitely not his real name.
It's absolutely his real name. I know him. It's on his birth certificate.
So, yeah.
Gonna need those Danger Awesome points next session.
T-Man's voting to take away a point from everybody, which I really admire. Maybe I'll let T-Man subtract Danger Awesome points from people at some point. You are a misanthrope.
Tune in next week for a classic Jana Ezra mess around in a sewer or thereabouts.
Yeah, I honestly thought that we were going to get to some drinking shenanigans this evening and some singing and or fist fights. I was secretly hoping for a singing fist fight, and I haven't given up hope for that yet. We'll see what happens. But I'm gonna stop the stream.
Good night. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, I will have everything settled for next week when I am returned home. Until then, good night, y'all.
Thanks, everybody.